Hello everyone, welcome to Craft Art Collectibles YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to continue working on the Reed Spring Grist Watermill. I do have a few other projects going on. This one's taken a long time. I think this is the 28th episode. I put together my light box. It's right behind me. I'm going to break that out here in a little while and show it to you. To include, I have a painting going to a friend of mine that I am going to dedicate this video right here to, and I'll be showing you that painting also. So let's get started. So we're going to come right in immediately up in to the top, and all I'm doing is painting back in some of this darkness back into the back here. Move this over some here. All right. Now there's some things I gotta change around in this, and you'll see what I'm doing. Now I'm going to end up bringing some more green back on top of that just to bring it back out a little bit. But I just got to the point where I was putting too much color in there and I need to keep it dark. A lot of dark areas back in there. So to recap things here, this is an oil on canvas that I stretched myself. Like I said, this is the Reed Spring Grist Watermill. It's a watermill in Missouri. And I will post a link to it at some point in time to this. And I'll come back in here. There's a few spots. Like through here, it stays bright. There's a few things growing back in here. But for the most part, from here on up, it's just kind of blended dark and looks like the dark woods. So we'll try to maintain a lot of that. There's some stuff I gotta change on this wood. I still have to do some bark work, all kinds of stuff. I don't really want you to see back there anyway. Take that. And then right underneath here, oh, that's another thing. I got to put a bunch of green right here because this actually ends like right here on the painting or on the picture. And there's just a hint of grass underneath that one board right there. Now, since I haven't been to the watermill, I'm not sure how this water is actually coming over here. Whether it's from a channel that comes across here and dumps onto it, and then it does its thing, turning this. And this is all wrong too. I got to change that. And you can see that on the picture. You swing this over just a hair. You can actually see now where I'm working. Yeah, I actually was doing all my work upstairs, in the living room upstairs. I got a bunch of work to do down here. This has been a project over the past few years. This is this basement. Got a huge bar over here, fish tank in the wall. Actually, I got like 3 or 4 fish tanks. And I actually just came up with a really good idea with, oh, I better watch my splash there on my computer screen. Really good idea. And I'll show it to you here in a few. I had to, my dryer went down. I had a real expensive dryer. It was a $1,000 dryer. And this dryer went down. It was a little upsetting. And the problem was, it was really easy to fix. It was the impeller fan blade that goes on the motor. And it actually is what pulls the air through and pulls your lint and everything out. So that thing broke, was spinning free. It took me literally like 3 minutes to unscrew it. Yeah, I got some more. To unscrew everything that I needed to get to the part. I really didn't know how I was going to get the part off because it was one of those, it was actually counterclockwise nut on the shaft, and the shaft was like covered up. I figured it out though. Not hard. Just have to hold the shaft with something and go on. So yeah, these boards are getting changed just a little bit. Told you I'm colorblind. To recap that, I'm colorblind, so I'm kind of winging it on some things. I'm really trying to get the side of this wheel pretty close to what it looks like. It's not that easy. I strained to actually see some of this. All right, so now in the picture, you know, we got this greenery coming in here, a little bit of green there. I'll bring that back in. But for the most part, it's all dark down through here. There's a little bit of brightness. I'll bring some more into here, up through here, I do believe. But these boards, this board comes back, and it's got wood braces on the side. And the thing is, these boards do not go up into it, onto the side of it, which I thought they did. Mistakenly, I was wrong. Once I got my my eagle eyes up there. So yeah, got some work to do. So again, I might have to do this a couple times. Because really, I mean, I thought it was dark. I thought it was pretty dark, but standing back looking at it, that wasn't as dark as it's supposed to be. So let me bring a little bit of darkness back in through here. And then after a while I can bring in some grass. But I want to paint that water so bad. I knew there was going to be some layering going on right here, so I knew I was going to have to bring some of this back in. And bam! Just like that. No, not just like that. I got some work to do on that. Oh, good golly. I wish I could go there and actually see this going. I'm sorry. All right. Let's see here. I am going to go ahead. I'm going to start back in the very back there, and I do believe there's the hint of a board. Now I'm actually coming out here and looking on my TV, and I'll tell you what, it's so dark back in there. It's so hard to see what's going on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it dark, but not so dark. Now I got my brush all. Let me darken this up a little bit with my access. I've never painted any streams or anything like that, so we're gonna have to see what happens. Well, I'm really trying to get that up there, ain't I? I'll blend it in somehow or another. All right. Let's set that out of the way without getting it on the brand new carpet. Well, it's not brand new, but it hasn't hardly been used. All right. Let's readjust this over here. And try to get the wheel in there too. All right, so I got this move my brushes out of the way here. And what am I gonna use? What am I gonna use? I don't use it. I don't need the fine tip. But I'll tell you what, I think this won't work. This is just what is this? It's an old brush from one of the things that don't even have a number on it. I think it says made in Taiwan. So, this is it. And it's supposed to have a chisel point on it, I guess. We'll see what happens. I am going to add, I'm just going to take some of this, what is this? Yellow umber. Yellow ochre. Okay, so I'm going to take some yellow ochre, move it over here onto my palette, which is nothing more than a piece of glass. They make great palettes. Because listen, I don't know how long a regular pallet lasts. I've never had one. I've always used tile or plexiglass, and even the plexiglass, it gets scarred up quick. You can't scrape it clean. But this glass, I mean, I've had it for a long time. These are they're stuck onto the glass. They work great. You put your thumb on this side, put your thumb on this side over here, and you just hold it. My hand will go numb. Now, if I had one of those regular pallets, my hand would be numb in like minutes, literally minutes. So, a light piece of glass like this, most people don't paint with, a half a gallon of paint on their board. They're painting with little amounts. Mix what you need to on a bigger. All right, so I'll show you. I do have paint out on one of my bigger tiles. I used to set tile. I literally have thousands of square feet of tile on the garage that just parts and pieces of different jobs. But I use it for certain things, and I'm going to be doing some art with my tile. Some gosh darn it, all kinds of different work, but definitely some mosaics. I'd like to do some different things. I got some different things already made up. I've just never done anything with them. They're on boards already. They're like spaceships. All right, so I got this yellow ochre. I want to mix a little bit of this black with it. Just darken it up. I have like a darker brown, and I'll show you what I got here. I am going to, and if you watched any of my videos, I got a dropper. I put some thinner in it. Put a couple drops in when I need to, just to loosen it up and get it going. But I have that sitting right here next to me for whenever I need. All right. I'm sorry. I'm over here mixing my paint up. Still a little bit black. Now see, I got some colors laid out over there. I just got some ultramarine. I got some, what is this? Yellow medium. I have, got titanium white. Got the yellow ochre. I do believe I got brown, or, burnt umber, and ivory black. Those are the colors I got out, and just kind of working off that. Now to make the green, I just mixed the blue and the yellow. I do have other blues, Prussian blue, cobalt blue, some other variety. I love blues. To include, you can do a lot with it. I guess you can do a lot with all the colors. So, to get back to this, let me get it back up in here, and let me grab a little bit of this. Just a couple things in case. Got just a little tad bit of white. And some more of the yellow umber. Because what I'm going to have to do is kind of work this board back here. Boy, I hate being colorblind because this really is hard for me to see. Since I got that, I'm just going to mix up. I got a little bit of the ivory black and the yellow ochre. What I'm going to do is kind of bring this in here. Really, like I said, you're not going to see a whole lot of this board. He goes way back there. All right. But I do have to say that some of this green comes back through there. Right up. I have to dab a little green right in there, which I can do later. I got to clean this up. That's right. So let's mess with these boards. Okay. I have one in the very back. I'll tell you what. Just gonna have to wing it. What it kind of looks like. Just a hint of a board there. I'll tell you what, I'm not seeing it on there though. Shoot. I'm just gonna paint a hint of it in there, and then cover it back up. A little greenery. Actually, there's some stuff growing back there. And chances are, the way this wood looks, it's not right. I'm not going to complain. It's really hard to see this crap anyway. Come back over this. Now we do have to add a little bit of color up here. Now, there's some boards hanging off the sides. It really got me kind of stumped. Because I've been in construction all my life. And, what I need to do, I guess, is look at some sluices. Which is, I do believe that this is what that is. Huh. Alright. Brighten this up a little bit. What is that? I'm just kind of nitpicking this before I dig in. Need that to be a little darker right there. We'll give it a hint of some color though. Alright. There you go. A little bit extra color there. Now, this board actually I do believe goes up to this board just comes up to the bottom right here. A little piece of it comes off the top, off the side there, I think. No, it doesn't. Oh boy, that's all right. Get it under control. Let's just keep changing it up here. Whoop, whoop. There we go. All gone. Oh, good guy. You think you got things pegged, and you really don't. Yeah, I got to change a few things. So, notice up here that this has to be changed here. We're just going to go ahead and change it. That's what we do around these parts. Fix things. Literally, fix things. I showed the girls earlier how to repair a door hinge that's got the screws pulled out of it by taking one screw out at a time, taking a shish kebab stick. I know it was actually it was chopsticks. I use a chopstick. Been sitting down here, used it to stir paint and all kinds of other stuff. Put some glue on it. Stuck it in the hole. Actually, the first one I actually cut off clean. Then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to snap them off. They'll snap off clean. And they did. So I don't really like what's going on here at all. You'll see what I'm talking about. I got to change that all right there. No biggie. All right, so this board actually is sitting, there's a board that goes underneath there that holds the whole thing up, back behind the wheel. And that's what I'm going to paint. I'll repaint this piece of wheel here. Actually, then we'll come down this. Knock that out. Actually, this is fairly round right here. I'll repaint that. You'll see. It'll just be a little longer before I get to that water. Dang. All right, so yeah, the wheel actually stops right about there, underneath, right underneath this edge. Some of you guys are like, well, what are you doing? You will see what I am doing. I got to bring the wheel down just a hair further, which means I'm going to have to paint in a little bit of extra stuff there. You'll see what's going on, though. This is actually all way too light. Darken it up a little bit. Okay. And all I'm doing is grabbing just a tiny bit of yellow ochre to bring my boards over. It's kind of bringing my boards over a little bit more. Give me a little more wall there. If you can see what I'm doing. Too much. And then I can come back with my, because the water takes up most of this. I mean, you're going to see a little bit of that. A little bit of the wheel that comes down to about right there. That's it. I'll tell you what, I was way off on the wheel was way too big. Actually, let me just go ahead and knock that one out. Boy, what a discouragement. Yeah, it's all right. We're going past it. Ooh, almost lost my screen. All right. So, now that I'm back to kind of where I wanted to be, where I need to be, I should. Not where I wanted to be, it's where I need to be. Go ahead now. Run that down there. Just wanted to clean that edge up. Now, what I'm going to do, actually see if I can, there's that colorblindness. I'm going to try to bring this dark edge right here. Just make it look more like the underside of the board. That is what I wanted. Ooh. The hand's starting to go numb. I need a little bit of color. Let's see here. Just a hint. Wipe this off. Put just a little tiny piece of shadow there. I want them boards to look like they're coming from just underneath that. Now what I'm gonna do, there's these like slats. This one I do believe goes across. There's a board goes across to the other side. You're only supposed to get hints of this anyway. I don't know why I nitpick so bad. can see there's some that go, just boards it. Little hints of it in there. I'm actually turning my brush as I do that. Okay, let's see if I can do some work on this wheel without getting stuff all over the place. There's a board that this actually sits on. It goes right behind it. You only get a small hint to the board. But that's it. Yeah, I'll have to do some more work. That is for sure. I think you just got paint on my sweater. All right. We'll see how that works. Darken this all back up. Trying to get the blood flow back in the arm. So yeah, I like the way that looks right there with those posts. Still got to clean that up a little bit. Let's see here. Way too much wheel down here. Who can admit their mistakes? I think I've done enough on this one for the night. I have been so busy. We got 2 kids here doing homeschooling. To include everything that has to do with the house. Alright, so this board comes in just below there, right there. Let me do this board again here. Something like that. Actually, the angle's a little bit different there. Something like that. Gosh darn it. Yeah, the hand's totally numb. I can't even hold this pallet. And it don't weigh in hardly anything. You guys gotta let me know what you think. I been working on this one for a while now. I know it's taken a long time. That's for sure. Let me put some final touches on. Let's see, it needs work here. All right. Well, I appreciate anybody that stopped by to take a look at the video. I will continue on this thing. I said this is episode number 28. There's going to be a 29 and probably a 40. So let's see what happens. See how far I can take this thing. The huge painting from Reed Spring Grist Watermill. All right. You guys have a good one.